Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. We're back again with another 3v3 for the 3v3 official Steel Division Championship, and a bit of a treat before we start this game. Angry Bird freestyle raps courtesy of a Twitch donation from Mickey, so thanks very much for that one, Mickey. If you want to join me during these live casts, please check down in the description for links to my Twitch channel, and hopefully you enjoy this game. Remember, these are 3v3 games on 4v4 size maps, and I hope you enjoyed the first one, and I hope you enjoy this one too.
Well, where was it? We need an epic freestyle about ST2, and all cheer for Lolly-san. Real Chad from Nippon. Shall we give it a go? I haven't thought of anything. Here we go, we're in SD2, ready for the face-off between two massive teams. Oh my god, it's Gonzo, Lolly and Curbs. Morozic, Nailbash, Vartanin. Who's gonna win? Who knows? Into the centre, down goes the off map. Oh my god, can you believe it? Mickey O donated $3, and let's get this game, let's go. I think that one's for the records, the history books. Never again on screen will Angry Bird attempt to do a freestyle. I don't think that was too bad, actually. If I do say so myself. Right, so back to the coverage. Early recon plane coming out from Curbs. So Curbs, Gonzo and Lolly are on the left-hand side in blue. Morozic, Nailbash and Vartanin are on the right-hand side in red. Early IS2 from Vartanin down south trying to protect this southern flag, and has actually caught Gonzo off guard in the southern side with the M42 gun and the two OB25 striking down at his troops. But if he can get into the forest, well, more reserves being rushed in by Vartanin, and maybe he did catch Gonzo off guard in that southern area. So it looks like Gonzo with the 21st Panzer is going for a southern approach. No Koenigsegg on the field, maybe he's saving it for later in this game. In terms of income, Nailbash and Vartanin going with the Maverick income, and Morozic going with a balanced income. Curbs is going balanced, and Gonzo and Ort is going Vanguard. So lots of different income styles. Income's double off-map stripes from both players in the centre ground. It looks like Nailbash has managed to push forward into a central flag, but I don't think he's going to be able to last there for long. There's barely any reserves in this centre town. Income's shoots them being rushed in by Ortfine, and there's going to be a massive battle raging in that northern side. In comes the HS129B3 coming in, targeting the T34. Does take that one down. There's an 85 Comrotti in its sights. Lack of anti-air in this northern side, but in comes the Zenart 37mm. One of them probably won't be enough to hold off, and in comes a Yak-9 fighter as well. Curbs does pull back that HS129. In comes a ME109 G6R6 to fight off against the Yak-9 in the northern side. Who's going to win out this battle? Oh, looks like a wrong call to retreat that plane, and surely, oh no, wow, Ortfine doesn't chase the kill there. So I feel like Nailbash got lucky with that Yak-9 in the northern side. In the southern side, it looks like Gonzo has got some troops forwards, but a lot of his forces appear to have been decimated in this southern area. The IS-2 is pushing forwards, but on comes a Koenigsegg onto the battlefield and will really put pressure down on this southern side. Gonzo's going to have to keep these pioneers alive for a long time, but he has pinned down the two Gvardias that are in there, and surely he's going to push forwards with the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV-G is trying to come around the side. That's definitely going to do a great job of holding off the bay. The IS-2 has been retreated by Vartanin, and a Panzer IV-C I think is coming in to try and pressure this central area. Team Nabat take an early 18-14 lead, and in the city, Ortfine is pushing through with a Panzerschreck, trying to get the kill off onto the T-34E. Will he get that one? There's another one in reserve though, and a lot of infantry around there. The off-map strikes, I think we missed the off-map strikes. I apologise for missing them, but another one is coming down. It doesn't look like there was too much damage in those off-map strikes. Oh, the Panzerschreck is being backed away after I did completely miss it getting the T-34 strike. Oh my days. Can't believe I just missed that. The Stug 3G is backing off in the face of the T-34 85. Sturmschützen coming in, and I think Lolly has, you know, found an opening in this city, and maybe we'll be able to push troops in to exploit that, but he's got to come under heavy fire in the southern side. Looks like the IL-237 has come in, but Vartinin has got the bombs on here, so I don't know whether he is going to be targeting the Königstiger or not with the two NS-37 millimeter AP cannons, or whether he's going to go for the bombing run. Looks like he's going for the bombing run on this Panzer IV. See, I mean, he's tuning it up as if he's trying to use the 37 cannons here, but he's not going to get it right, surely. No, he hasn't toggled off the bombs here, so he's just going to use it in the standard bombing roll, and then it is going to depart. So a bit of a missed micro there from Vartinin in this southern side, and M3782 mil is looking to strike the Pioneers. The IS-2 Komrotti, look at it, it's come right down into this southern side. It's very rare that you see an IS-2 down here, but I guess it's been pressured by the Königstiger and he's had to retreat to an area that's safe. And Gonzo has re-established control of the centre flag. It is still 18-14 for Nailbash. And I think it's this northern area where they've made most ground. Against Kurbs in this northern side, they definitely have managed to push into the city with a number of infantry. Not many tanks there at the moment though, so, you know, if the rest of Kurbs' team invest in some tanks in that northern area, I think they can definitely stabilise the situation. It's going to take them a while to get rid of the infantry in this city, but I think as if they bring tanks into this northern side, re-establish control over this northern hill, then they can definitely push forward once again. The Panzer B2's currently in place and doing a lot of work targeting those infantry in the northern sides. The FI 156C comes in for recon in that northern side. Nashor Nigel, he is in the centre, and he's immediately retreating. Oh dear. I apologise. I apologise to Lolly. I think that was a bit of the old Castor's curse there, along with National and Nigel immediately dying. It looks like Gonzo's definitely stabilised this southern area and is really on the attack. Once again, he's kind of limited Vartinin to this real southern forest, and that's enabled him to get control of this central open ground. In comes the IL-237, and look at all the panzers trying to back away. There's only one Gepard here, but in comes an MU-109 G6R6 from Lolly to try and get the kill. Ooh, will it get behind? Yes, beautiful. Beautiful kill on the IL-237. And I think it did get one Panzer IV-C here, but only one for the cost of an IL-237 is definitely worthwhile. The IS-2 is still alive, but in comes a number of Panzerschrecks and infantry. Gonzo has penned Vartinin into this southern approach. The IS-2 is currently completely disabled by its positioning, and Gonzo is just enabled these Panzerschrecks to come in. Oh, one of them does go down. The other one does unload, and look at this, Vartinin immediately moving his tanks away. As long as that one doesn't go down as well. Oh, it does lose out to the Gvardia DP there, but the Panzergren's all unload, and forward comes the IS-2 again, but this Königstiger is waiting for that IS-2 to come around the corner. Oh, it's very tight in this southern area. Is Vartinin going to push forwards this IS-2 and reveal itself to the Königstiger? Looks like this may well go down, may well happen if that IS-2 goes down. I feel like Gonzo is going to push over this southern side quite easily. The IL-237s from Vartinin again coming in, and I feel like again he is missing out on the micro trick of turning off those HE bombs. The IS-2 is going to come around the corner, and will that Königstiger get the kill? Ooh, does take down one of the T-34s. I don't think it quite got line of sight over that IS-2, but the IS-2 is in a dangerous position right now. It's lost all of its tank support. There's one T-34E further back, and he is rightly backing away with that IS-2. I feel like in comes another Panzerschreck, and I think Gonzo is going to heavily push forwards as soon as that IS-2 goes down. I feel like it's going to be any moment as soon as that Panzerschreck comes in. Look at the Panzergrens just walking straight up to that IS-2. They can't do anything about it. But the Panzerschreck is coming forwards now. Oh, will it get taken out once again? The Gvardier do see it. Does just a load in time. Will that Panzerschreck get into position? The IS-2 is still there. It's not moving. Is now moving away. And another Panzerschreck coming in. So Gonzo desperately trying to get the Panzerschrecks in to get rid of that IS-2. But the IS-2 is moving away now. The Panzer M4 is coming down. The T-34 has gone down. I'm not sure exactly what took out that T-34. I think it might have been a shot from this Panzer M4 in the southern side. And Gonzo's really established control back to a 16-16. And this southern battle between Gonzo and Vartinen is fantastic so far. The two Panzerschreck comes in. The IS-2 has been crew killed by the Panzer M4. What a fantastic shot that was. I mean, look at that line of sight. The problem is he now can't finish him off. He does get the bailout as well. And unless some kind of support vehicle gets up there, there is no way that IS-2 is getting back into this game. And is it too late? Oh, another IS-2 does come in from Morozic to replace the one from Vartinen. But I think we're going to see Gonzo move forwards now with a lot of his troops. And even a commander coming in to up-vet the Königstiger. So fantastic play from Gonzo. Down goes the IS-2 finally to the Panzer M4. Looks like that will go down actually to the Gvardier if it continues to advance forwards. In comes the anti-tank grenade. Doesn't get the one-shot kill, or the one grenade kill in this case. In comes planes. More planes being dropped. The Panzer M4 backs off and doesn't lose out for now. Vartinen definitely losing out with his micro on those IL-237s. And will the ME-109 do the job? Yes, it does. No anti-air back here. And free reign. Another IS-2 coming in from Vartinen. So they're really concerned about this southern side. And rightly so. Rightly so. They are 17-15 up. This northern area has been fantastic for them. But while we were away, a Königstiger from Gonzo has come into the north, and a Nashorn has come into the north as well, and they're just trying to pick their way through the infantry. I don't think it's going to be long until this infantry, the Aftermachikis, do go down for Morozic, and two more flags will change hands in a matter of time. An IS-2 does come up, but will it get there in time? That's going to be the question. The SPW 204F looks like it's going to breach the hill, but I don't think it's going to make massive gains. I think that one's going to go down. And an IS-1 Komrotti is targeting the central area. Nashorn is in there. And yes, is that Nail? No, that is Lolly calling the defense of that flag, and in comes Schutzen to try and hold that flag. The SPW does breach the hill, or no, stop just short of the hill, and that was a good move by Curbs to stop that SPW there. So more troops coming into this central area. It feels like the north is going to get recovered at some point. It's just whether Team Nabat can hold on to their positions. I think if they can, then definitely they're in a great spot right now. But it all comes down whether they can hold on to these 4 flags along this northern line. And I think now that the southern side is definitely in the hands of Gonzo, it's going to be a lot. He's going to have more time to devote to recovering that northern side. The Königstiger has been smoked off by the 82 mils, and the IS-2 is pushing forwards, but there is a Panzerschreck here. In fact, there's 2 Panzerschrecks here. So this IS-2 has got to be careful. It looks like Vartinen is backing off and trying to go around the side. Maybe a bit of teamwork here. Maybe they're trying to go for a pincer maneuver. There's a third. In fact, there's 4 IS-2s now on this southern side. Wow, they're really devoting IS-2s to this southern area. Amazing. 4 IS-2s. I'm kind of surprised they're not taking all 4 through the open and just trying to take down this Königstiger. With 4 IS-2s, I'm kind of surprised they're still being very cautious and kind of going around the sides. They certainly don't want to lose these IS-2s to flank attacks. And a hell of a lot of Cherno Pizzanikis going in there now. So definitely trying to recover that southern side. And if they do, they could push the lead even further. So maybe they're kind of in their own minds. They've decided that this northern area is going to get lost eventually. I mean, the Panzer B2s are doing a fantastic job picking off the infantry. Kurbs is bringing in Erzatstruppen to reveal these Aftermachikis. This central hill, you know, there's nothing there. So if they can, you know, if Team Too Much Effort can get rid of this northern hill, you know, get into a position and then follow up with an attack onto the southern hill, they can certainly get through the defences that are here. And maybe that's the reason why Morozic and Vartinen have invested so much down onto this southern side, because they know that northern area is weak, and so they're trying to recover positions in that southern side. After Machikis and Sapari Komroti coming in, Lolly has managed to get some Panzergrens forwards. There's a Königstiger now into the central position, and it's looking like Gonzo is establishing a large amount of control over the entire southern third of this map. In comes Su-76 MPTs, which is a strange choice to be taken out into the open. More if they could take them into this city area, kind of stick them out of line of sight, or potentially, you know, down this area, get those APCR shots. But I think head on against a Königstiger, it's not going to work. Potentially they ordered these before that Königstiger came in onto the field, but in this southern side there's 2 IS-2s here. The other 2 must have gone down to the Pak-43. It's hard to keep track of all the action, but those other IS-2s must have gone down. And there's one of them, and is that the other? 2 of them all in that same spot. I mean, that is a choke point there, and it looks like the Pak-43 just came in exactly the right spot and took down those IS-2s, and Vartinen has both of his in the southern side. So there are still dangers right now to Gonzo, but they're just pinned completely out of control. There is 170 points invested per IS-2, so that's what, 335 points? Bad maths. Just pinned down in a southern forest doing nothing. So yeah, at the moment Gonzo will be quite happy with 2 IS-2s sat here, you know, doing absolutely nothing, engaging the odd infantry now and then. And he'll be very happy because they've gone 17-15 up now. They have recovered this northern hill. Ooh, Panzerschreck pushing forwards. Ooh, does get taken out by the IS-2, but it looks like maybe got a Panzerschreck shot off, and there is a turret stuck onto that IS-2. Reshetnikov is in the central, well, northern area, sorry, and the SPW is pushing forwards. Oh, he's trying to get the kill on the Studebaker. This will be a lovely kill if it does. Does get the kill, backs away, and that turret stuck IS-2 is going to continue to be out of action. What an absolute beautiful kill that was. Beautiful kill from Kurbs, using that SPW to target the supply truck as it came in. Another IS-2 coming in from Morozic into this northern side, where 20 minutes, coming up to 20 minutes into this game, coming up to C phase, and the Königstiger's pushing. For a moment I thought it was going to be pushing into the face of those Aftermachikis, but not quite. It's going to target the IS-2, and we're going to have a long-range IS-2 versus Königstiger battle, but I feel like the IS-2 is going to lose this one out, because we all know at range the Königstiger definitely has the advantage. And we have another one sat just behind from Gonzo, as well as a Nashorn from Lolly. He needs to get those two into the action. They can definitely overwhelm this northern side. In fact, this northern side right now is theirs for the taking. Absolutely nothing on this central hill. It's just this one IS-2 along with the turret stuck one that's a second Studebaker's coming up. Let's see whether Curbs can use his trick to take down the second one as well. Oof, the IS-2 did go down in the fight with the Königstiger. Does go down there, and another blow dealt to the northern force from Team Nabat. Jagdpanther, you're right. I apologise. It was a Jagdpanther. Do you know what? I'm just looking at the 230 millimeters of penetration there, and automatically assuming it's a Königstiger. But well pointed out there, Salion. It is a Jagdpanther. Much appreciated. And look at the push coming through from Ersatztruppen into this crossroads area. Going to be another flag taken, surely, and it looks like control over this southern side has gone back into the hands of Team Nabat. One of the IS-2s has been gun jammed. The other one is looking to move forwards. And this one might actually, if it can creep its way out of this light forest, it might get some decent shots on some of the units in front of it. Especially taking down the Gepards would be nice kills. Does immediately get a Gepard kill, and yeah, that's going to alert Gonzo to the position of that IS-2, and he's immediately backing off his other units. The IS-2 has to worry about the Pak-43 sat there though. I'm sure it's already claimed two of his brethren. Oh, and there is a lot of artillery coming down on it now. Strike. Oh, in comes the Ju-88S1. Let's follow this one in as they attempt to get the IS-2 strike. This will be a nice kill if he does make it through. Does release the bombs. Will he get the kill? Yes, does get the kill. Another IS-2 down on the southern side, and by my count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a gun jammed IS-2 in that southern area. Massive loss of points for Team Nabat in the southern side, and I feel like that huge loss of points is definitely contributing to the current 17-15 lead that Too Much Effort have in this game. The northern side, oh, this hill has been retaken by the Sapri infantry that have come in. The SBW has gone down. Reshetnikov is going to crest the hill, and he's definitely going to hold that hill for a little while. It looks like the Jagdpanther did have transmission damage. He's now falling back, and Nashorn pushing forwards to try and cover that. But lots more action going on. Jim Pickle Yak, thank you very much for the bits there. Apologies for the volume on that. I will be adjusting after this stream. I don't know why, but for some reason they're extremely loud right now. Look at these double off maps from Nailbash and Morozic. I feel like they're doing that before they're about to move down their infantry forces into that position. Luckily, the Ersatztruppen and Strosstrup did just move forwards before those off maps comes down. It looks like the Grenfuhrer might get caught in the blast from the first one. Does just unload, and those infantry are going to be in for a lot of artillery strikes as this game progresses. A lot more anti-air have come in from Nailbash and Morozic, but those IS-2s, they have gone down. A Studebaker did come in, fix up the gun jam variant, so there is still one on this southern side. It looks like one of Vardanin's, no, both of them have just reallocated into the central area. And I think a Königstiger may have gone down. There was a Königstiger in this central area, so that has gone down, probably to airstrikes of some kind. Gonzo pushing forward with the Aftermachiki will reveal and should defeat the Panzergrens in this position, pick up the flag, and should take it to a 19-13 currently out of the building, so they are taking a lot of suppression damage, but those PPSHs ripping the Panzergrens to shred, and finished off from a Panzer IV HE shell in there. Does pick up the flag, but it is a 17-15. Bad maths once again. IL-2-37 coming into that central position, but the combination of SDK FZ-71, the Gepard, and the Flak 41 88mm is really helping Gonzo out to maintain control. And a Panzer IV-H and a Gepard pushing forwards, but the IS-2 has come forwards once again in this southern side and will target the infantry there. Will alert Gonzo once again to the presence of another IS-2. The Königstiger transmission damaged, I think from the ZIS-3 strikes. And more Cherno Pizzanikis. A lot of infantry has come into this southern area. Are they trying to push all the way through? No, it looks like they are unloading, and I think that's just too much infantry in there. There is just too much infantry in this little pocket right now. Needs to invest in other resources. Down goes the ZIS-3 gun. Oh, and a nice strike coming from a, I think that's a Nebelwerfer coming in onto the infantry. And the IS-2 has just backed away in time, but ooh, 2 kills, a surrender, and the kill of the AT gun. Nice Nebelwerfer strike coming in there, and I'm assuming that's that was Ortfein Frederica von Eidelstadt with the 78 Sturm. So the off map has come down, another one has come down after it, but the infantry that was waiting and in position has been destroyed. The Stosstruppen have pushed into the forest, into this central area. We're back to a 16-16. IL-2-37 does come in, does get taken out by the Me-109 fighters, along with the Flakvilling anti-air, and the Jagdpanther survives, but I think a Königstiger has gone down because there was a Königstiger in this northern area. Somehow Morozic has managed to maintain a hold on this northern area, and I think that's what's keeping Team Nabat in the game right now. I think Curbs did not react quick enough. He overtook this flag. There was one IS-2 that had been turret stuck, and I feel like that was the opportunity to really reinforce this northern hill. But it looks like he just did not get the units in there quick enough. We've got a lot of Nebelwerfer strikes all rearing up and ready to go onto the positions in that northern side. I'm going to hopefully catch that one while I progress down south and look at the action going on through this game. There is a Panzergren from Gonzo, pinned down and down to 3 man. If he loses that Panzergren, well, he's definitely going to have a much harder time, especially if infantry get into that compound. But I feel like even if that Panzergren goes down, the front line will stay pretty much as it is. Panzer IV H's and G's pushing forwards. There's just one IS-2 now on this southern side, and it's not really in a position to contest the movement of those Panzer IV G's. So that Königstiger is back there as well, an ever-present danger. Pak 3850 moving forwards along with a lot of light grenadiers, and these are mean-spirited dudes with the 8 MP44s and 3 G43s will rip to shreds whatever stands in their way. Fantastic infantry units. The IS-2 is moving forwards. I feel like Gonzo has an opportunity to really advance now. The SPW-231's coming in, and there is some ZIS-3s on this field, and they have been unloaded to try and take out the Panzer IV J's. I feel like they were being rushed in, try and get into this heavy forest, but had to get unloaded because of those Panzer IV J's. Did not get there in time. Panzer IV H is still manoeuvring around. Somebody has sighted that IS-2 on the southern area, and we could see an attack come in any moment. Oh, it looks like the no, he's backing away. I thought that Königstiger had gone down for a second. Gonzo bringing in a supply truck. I feel like the artillery is coming down on those Königstigers in the southern side. But 17-15 now for Gonzo's team. Too much effort. Back to a 16-16, so it's this flag here on the crossroads that was briefly taken and lost. But the Sapori are sort of pinned down away from that heavy forest. They need to get into cover and survive, but incoming Stoss troop will definitely hamper the progress of these Sapere. And I feel like Team Too Much Effort are going to pick this flag up once again. It looks like they have made a progress onto this northern hill with the Fusilier and the infantry, but they aren't going to stand against the tanks that are up there. The ME-109 G6R6 chasing down this IL-237. There is a Zenart 37mm there. There's another one coming in as well as a fighter, but they do get the kill. The Yak-9 should finish the job. And that was a nice kill though on the IL-237. And the more of those IL-2s that do go down, the better off Team Too Much Effort are in the long run. They are the key threat right now to the Königstigers and the Jagdpanthers. I love the combination of units that Kurbs uses. So he has the Stug 3G there to be the major anti-tank presence. He has the Panzer B2s as kind of infantry support. He has his CQC infantry. He has his main line infantry. And then he has a Panzerschreck there as well as some meat shields. Fantastic combination of units. In comes the Nebelwerfer strikes. 2 tank kills. An IS-2 and a T-34-85. Reshetnikov does just back away in time. But that was... Oh, down goes the Jagdpanther in that northern area. The Jagdpanther does go down in reply from that T-34-85. So major gains, but then a big loss of that Jagdpanther. Wow. Pluck BV seems like it's too much for that spot. Well, I think Kurbs for a while has been pushing back into this crossroads area. So he may well have allocated that before the remainder of units come in. But look at the way he's just pushing forwards now with the rest of his unit. He's not just happy kind of taking that spot and sitting back. He's now pushing forwards with his Stoss troop, supported by the Panzer B2s, the Stug 3G in the rear. And in comes the Pak 38s as well for the long-range anti-tank threat. Beautiful play there. A Andrusha coming down onto, does take down one of the SDKFZ 7-1s, and will the Nashorn go down as well? I think that Nashorn is just surviving with its life there. In the southern side, well, the Königstiger has moved into a more central position, and the IS-2 is still stuck in that southern forest. Gonzo has managed to push through. In comes an IL-237. Will it get through onto this Königstiger? Let's watch this run as it comes in. Looks like he is going to get a clear shot. Drive a knockout, shoot a knockout. The rest of them bounced. Does not get the kill. And in comes the Focke-Wulf 190A8. Does take down the IL-237. That Königstiger has survived a major beating, and all fine targeting the Zenart 37mm AA guns. Potentially we could see a strike coming in onto that position, and actually as the KVs move forwards, they could get caught up in any strike. Let's push back over to the northern area. And it looks like that northern hill is still in the hands of Morozik, despite that devastating Nebelwerfer attack. In comes another Jagdpanther from Kurbs into the more central area, and I feel like if he does get it into this area, it could be a huge threat. There is an IS-2 at the moment, sort of holding Kurbs back, but he does have the Pak 38, which could be somewhat of a threat, at least preventing the IS-2 from moving further forwards, if not actually penetrating the thick armour of that IS-2. Here comes an OB-25 looking to take care of the Grenadiers, and it looks like more action in the southern side. A breakthrough from Gonzo, finally pressuring through, but the IS-2 does take down one of the Panzers, and still a threat on this southern side. Despite being penned into this forest area, it is kind of holding Gonzo from pushing further forward right now. I'd like him to try and bypass that IS-2 and push down the road, but I guess he doesn't really have the units to do that right at this moment in time. The commander has been left behind. I'd like that to push up maybe behind the Königstiger as well and give that a little bit more veterancy. or even just further up here, but to help out that leader, because I don't think he isn't in line of sight of that commander, because otherwise this infantry here, the Baglite Grenadiers, I'm sure that would be a 3-star infantry unit. So it looks like Morozic as well and Vartanen with the IS-2 have managed to kind of recapture this southern city area. So it's pretty tight right now. We're 35 minutes into this game, but income wise at the moment it favours Team Too Much Effort. Morozic is unbalanced, Kurbs is unbalanced, but then the other two on the side of Nabat are on Maverick income and are really going to be suffering as the game goes past this point. Panzerschreck in position, could well get a shot off against these tanks if they move into a difficult spot. Looks like they're pushing forwards to try and ambush the Jagdpanther here, and actually with an IS-2 they could well do this. Shots coming in from the Flak 41 88mm, and the Jagdpanther is pushing forwards into a dangerous position. Could get taken out by this IS-2 and the supporting armour, but the Flak 41 88mm is currently keeping them at bay. This is an interesting engagement. Will Kurbs recognise the danger that he is in right now? This Flak 41 88mm is really kind of keeping these tanks from getting the shots off. The Jagdpanther has now turned frontal armour, but it is close range, and the IS-2's got a much better chance at that close range of taking down that Jagdpanther. Looks like the Nebelwerfer strike is going to come in. This could be quite devastating on this tightly packed group of tanks. This could be exactly what Kurbs needs. Down goes the 2 T-34s. Will the IS-2 survive? Wow, these Nebelwerfer strikes. These Nebelwerfer strikes have been doing fantastic. The I think it's the combination of using 4 of them all in one area. Whereas previously, when I've encountered Nebelwerfers in the past, if you use them one at a time on different spots, they never really do well. But combine 4 of them together in one area, and we've just seen them take out 4 tanks in the course of those Nebelwerfer strikes. It looks like Kurbs is hesitant to push forward the Jagdpanther, but the Stug 3G does take down the other IS-2. Major victory there. And finally, will Kurbs be able to take this northern ground? That Stug 3G should be racing up this northern hill to provide supporting fire to the Ersatz-Truppen. And more IS-2s coming in from Morozic, as well as T-34-85s. I think it's going to be interesting how Kurbs progresses forwards on this. A Ju-188 coming in now with the 4 500-kilogram bombs. There is a Zenart 37mm. Is he attacking that Zenart? No, he's not going to make it through. The strike does not make it through, and he is repelled from that northern position once more. But now in comes Stug 3Gs, IG-18s, ME-109 G6 is going to hopefully take down the P-39Q-15 Cobra. Will it get there in time? I don't think it will. I think the anti-air is too strong, is going to force it back. And both sides, AA is doing the job for them right now. More Grenadiers have come forwards. Will this IS-2 make it to the front in time? Because I definitely think Kurbs has spotted an opportunity. The Stug 3G is now pushing up. The Jagdpanther is pushing forwards as well to try and cut off enemy reinforcements. And I think that's a good move from Kurbs. The Stug 3G backing away. Track's broken. It was showing its... Oh no, it was reversing. It was reversing there. I thought it was showing its rear for a moment. The Grenadiers do crest the hill, but they do not unload in time. And are both of them going to go down? Oof. One does just unload out of the truck, but with the Dushka there, they are going to come under major machine gun fire. The Grenfuhrer is going to make it up in time, and needs to get those Stug 3Gs onto the top of that hill, as well as the strikes from the IGs. The IS-2 at the moment facing off against the Jagdpanther. Oh, and the IS-2 is backing away, so Morozic did not like that engagement, and it's going to give Kurbs more time to try and take that northern hill. And I feel like if he does push onto it, he can definitely get that. Team Too Much Effort 17-15 up right now. 22 minutes left on the clock for Team Nabat to try and make their way back into this game. The IS-2 from Vartanen is finally moving from that penned-in position on the south. He's trying to move around into a better position. The Königsklasse is down there on the southern area, has been reallocated into the centre. In comes the, I think that's an Andrusha strike onto this... No, it can't be an Andrusha strike. What am I saying? It's a Nebelwerfer. It's a Nebelwerfer strike onto the artillery in the background, but they won't make much effort with just one Nebelwerfer. You need to do what Kurbs did in the northern area and group 4 of them all together. Here's the Andrusha strike onto the reinforcing infantry as it stands. I'm not sure whether he was targeting the Königsklasse and the Panzer IV-J and they just moved out of the way, or what that was, but down goes one of the AA pieces, and a lot of the reinforcing infantry is forced to unload there. This central town, we've not focused on it much, but Lolly has kind of managed to hold his position there. He is slowly pushing back with the help of Kurbs as well. It's Kurbs on his own at the moment. He's slowly pushing back over this central hill, but with no real anti-tank support. The KV-1E and the T-34-85s that have been brought in there will be able to repel this infantry assault. In the northern side, we were concentrating a lot of time looking into that northern approach. The IS-2 is still in place, tackling with the Jagdpanther. The Jagdpanther's backing off. Oof, but Kurbs pushing onto this central hill, and with the IS-2 engaged, he's going to find himself able to proceed. Oh, crew kill coming down onto the IS-2 in the centre, and it's the Jagdpanther here that did the job. Beautiful crew kill. That takes a lot of pressure away from Kurbs, and exactly at the right time, just as he was bringing the Grenadiers onto this central hill. All that stands in his way right now is this IS-2. If the Jagdpanther can push forwards and take down that IS-2, I think he's got complete and utter control of this northern side, and in comes another IS-2 to try and reinforce, along with more T-34-85s. The tanks are all that stands in Kurbs' way right now. Infantry-wise, he's managed to get an overwhelming number of infantry in this northern side. Morozic is trying to hang on with these IS-2s and these T-34-85s, but he's finding it incredibly difficult. 18-14 up, Gonzo's Too Much Effort team have just, well, they did just manage to capture the flag, but Nailbash does push back into that area along with Vartanen. The Königsklasse as well in the centre area, being an ever-present threat. Looks like that has been pinged by Morozic, potentially for a strike, but yeah, Nailbash trying to use the B4s to try and strike that Königsklasse, but Gonzo is keeping it moving. Vartanen has moved his IS-2. There's a lot more infantry here. They've invested so much points. Both sides have invested so many points over this southern side, but it looks like Too Much Effort have come away with the flag down here and are making the advance in the southern area. The IS-2 is going to be sort of big man on campus down here, unless the Pak 43 88mm can deal with it. And at the moment, it doesn't look like it. The Königsklasse being forced back by the artillery in that centre ground, and the Stug 3Gs forced back in the southern side. So, but you know, Morozic is making slow progress with Vartanen in this southern area. They are 20-12 down now, and they are going to lose the game in less than 10 minutes unless they can push back in. The central flag has been recovered. Oh, it looks like another IL-2 did go down there, and somehow Kurbs has managed to hold on with his one-man grenadier in here, in the bush, hiding in the bush. The one-man grenadier, we can't even see him. Oh, there he is, there he is. He's focusing on this bush, but he's just here. He's just here. He's hiding away, holding this central flag. faced off against a KV-1E and a T-34-85. Apologies, I have got this on low graphics setting because of the number of units on a 3v3, 4v4 sort of situation. I definitely did not want to sort of lose connection and crash out of the game, so that's why we're on sort of low graphics here. In comes a Ju-188, will target the 52p, does release the bombs, and surely that 52p is going to go down. It does manage to take down one of the infantry units with its last breath, but down goes that 52p, and Morozic on the northern side is absolutely penned back right now. There's a T-34-85 holding the northern central hill. The artillery is raining down onto the IS-2. There have been long battles between that IS-2 and the Jagdpanther, but both of them I think are still alive. The Nashorn coming in now to try and boost the chances of taking down these IS-2s in the north. The artillery is just hammering away from Kurbs, and he's definitely built himself up a nice position on this northern side, investing in Ju-188s now. And they're going to be targeting the T-34-85, holding that central hill. Down goes the T-34-85 in the north. The supply truck forced back. The IS-2 in trouble. And definitely Kurbs in a very strong position in this northern area. Will this T-34-85 survive the double bombing run from the Ju-188s? Yes, he does just survive. Does have to fall back. I think the anti-air fire from the Zenart 37mm kind of stressed out those planes in north that they weren't able to unleash all of their bombs on target. Nailbash has managed to survive and hang on to this southern city flag or southern town flag, and in the very southern side this IS-2 is still penned back by Vartinen. I don't think he's really used this IS-2 in the best way possible. I think Gonzo has done fantastic work with the Pak 43 88mm, but two of them in that position now, and the Königstiger. Kurbs helping him out with the Jagdpanther as well, really keeping those IS-2s at bay. And Vartinen has been that IS-2 has probably been in reverse gear more than it has been in forward gear. Oh, looks like Team Too Much Effort are sneaking a central flag here, taking them up to an 18-14. 13 minutes left on the clock. Team Nabat have just managed to pull it back ever so slightly, but looks like Ort is potentially investing infantry in here, trying to exploit this flag that's kind of been snuck taken. It's kind of been taken sneakily. And Kurbs advancing onto this central hill now with Fusiliers and Grenadiers, along with the Panzer B2. The T-34-85s around here will be enough, I think, to hold off these initial pushers. But I think in the long run, with the supporting Jagdpanthers and Nashorns, especially if they take up position on the northern hill and kind of fire across onto that hill, they can definitely really help out this northern central push from Kurbs. Wow, Vartinen using an off map onto a position there that's not going to have too much effect. A lot of Gonzo's infantry is pushed further back. I mean, for him to push further in this position, he's going to have to push all the way down here onto this crossroads flag. So I think Gonzo is very happy controlling this flag. This originally is a red flag, so he is making a gain by holding this. So I don't see Gonzo pushing any further forward than his current position right now. I think he may well target this central flag. He is moving the Königstiger forwards on a weird ass movement order. I mean, strange micro there, but I guess he's just moving backwards and forwards, trying to get into line of sight and then moving out of line of sight. But yeah, I think maybe some infantry into these central compounds could really help him take control of that central flag. But right now, Team Too Much Effort are in a position where they don't need to move forwards anymore. They can happily defend the positions they've got, and they can definitely hold out and win this game. If they take this central flag, it's just even more gains. It's going to be even harder for Team Nabat to get back into this game. I definitely think this game is Team Too Much Efforts to lose right now. And Team Nabat, they're going to have to do a major amount of work to win this back. I mean, if we look at the absolute number of units, I think Team Too Much Effort have definitely traded very well, and a huge amount of units on the side of Team Too Much Effort. I think there's just been too many IS-2s lost. Too many units have gone down on the side of Team Nabat. We're 10 minutes out from victory. There is still 10 minutes left to turn this back around, but I think there's going to have to be a hell of a lot of Team Nabat are going to have to trade incredibly well from this point onwards to kind of pull this one back. But, you know, if those key Konix Tigers go down, if those key Jagdpanthers go down, there's definitely opportunities for Team Nabat. If it isn't for those Konix Tigers and those Jagdpanthers, I think the T-34-85s can definitely do the job against the Panzer IV-Gs, against the Stugs that are in there. So it's just those key heavy tanks at the moment keeping Team Nabat at play, at bay. There's no major Panthers, there's no major Tigers on the side of the Axis right now. So the Axis, they're definitely taking, look at this, rocket artillery. Down goes the Konix Tiger to the Andrusha, or the double, is it a double Andrusha? Yeah, double Andrusha strike. Does take out the central Konix Tiger, but there is a Jagdpanther still on the southern side. And has the IS-2 gone down here? He did back it away. It looks like it's gone down in the southern side. I don't know what. Oh no, it is still there. It is still there in this southern area. Vartinen, I think, is calling out for supplies maybe, or he's calling out to try and defend those 82 mils. Ortfine has invested in infantry to take this central flag up to a 2012 now. That halves the ticket time left on the clock, the time left on the clock. Less than 5 minutes left now for Team Nabat to equal this one up. I don't think they're going to do it. Look at this off-map strike. Now this one is perfectly positioned. I still don't think they're going to manage to push this one back. And look at the front line, how it just dips around this flag. They're doing exactly what they need to do, these shoots, and all they're there to do is to take this flag, and they're doing exactly that right now. The bombs coming in from that Ju-188 just holding back the infantry advance. In the northern side, it looks like Kurbs has managed to advance onto this northern flag. T-34-85s, there are about 3 of them there, so 2 of them have gone down. No more IS-2s on this northern side. A Yak-9 does go down to the Flakvelling. And yeah, it's open season on this northern side now. At the moment, Kurbs doesn't need to push forwards, but if he did, he would just run over the rest of the troops up there. They are now taking this central flag thanks to there being no troops in place. Up to a 21:11, 3 minutes left on the clock. It's going to take an awful lot for Team Nabat to pull this one back. The Stug 3G is just in a great position to fire on any reinforcements coming in. I think it's currently firing south onto the infantry, pushing into the city, and they've lost this as well. Gonzo has managed to push back into this central southern city area. The Schutzen have taken up the central flag. All the key flags right now have gone down, and Team Nabat call it a day. 2 minutes 45 left on the clock, and they do throw in the towel and call the surrender. Well played to Team Too Much Effort. Commiserations to Team Nabat. That does equal up the matchup between the two teams. Does take it to a 1-game victory each. 1 win for each of the 2 teams, and it will take it into a deciding match. Let's have a look at the team stats. Morozic, 3,700 kills to 6,900 losses. I think there's a lot of IS2s going down on the side of Morozic. And also Vartanin as well, 3,700 kills to 5,410 losses. I think these are the two IS2 divisions, and we saw a hell of a lot of IS2s going down in that match. Curbs, star of the show for Too Much Effort, 7,000 kills to 4,000 losses. He did fantastic on that northern side with the 352nd Infantry, and we highlighted some of his play earlier in this game. Gonzo does exceptional as well, as always, with the 21st Panzer in the southern side, and Lolly did a great job of holding his objectives in that central city, and there never looked like a point where that central city was going to go down. So Lolly did a fantastic job on that one too.